Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Heart of Christ Ministry. I am your host, Reverend Shaun Robert Grant, and I am Mike Free. Mike Free. Got a quick segment here for you today. Quick yet effective, and it's one of my favorite topics to be discussing. And so I'm just going to dive right into it because, like I said, my time is limited, but doesn't mean that the message is going to be any less wonderful. So stay tuned for that. Let's get into it real quick. What we got here, if you have any feedback, you have any questions, you have any topics that you would like us to discuss here at Heart of Christ Ministry, please write to us at ShaunG04@gmail.com, and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you in advance for your correspondence and interaction with this ministry. We greatly appreciate you. If you feel that this ministry has benefited you at any point in time in your life, as it's been alive it's 2 years old, please, by all means, feel free to donate a seed to us. You can do Venmo, Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com, or, excuse me, or ZELLE, ShaunG04@gmail.com. We also have Cash App. I only have a little bit of room. So if you want to do Cash App, just send me a message and we can set up Cash App for that. But thank you in advance for your donation. It is greatly appreciated, and it helps this ministry to grow and to expand and continue to do the wonderful things that we're doing. And with that being said, we're going to get right into, one more thing. If you give any gift of any size, I had somebody give a gift of $2, and I got to get that Endless Prosperity Pack to them. Doesn't matter how big it is, you will receive the Endless Prosperity Pack. What is the Endless Prosperity Pack? Easy. It's a hand-selected 5-video package that's going to take you from zero to financial freedom when you study it, when you learn these concepts, and you allow them to be one with your being. I promise you, you will not be discouraged. So when you give that gift, you're going to get the Endless Prosperity Pack from me and Heart of Christ Ministry. So thank you in advance for that. Now, let's get into our message today. Heart of Christ Ministry 2022, your truth about money vibrates the fastest, okay? And what does that mean? When we say something vibrates the fastest, all we're basically saying is that it is coming into manifestation quicker than anything you can even imagine, right? The truth itself involved in everything vibrates the fastest, has the fastest frequency. And if you know, the universe runs on frequency, the universe runs on vibration. So what does that have to do with us and money? Well, here's the thing. The moment you find your truth as it relates to money, guess what? That's what's manifesting quicker and quicker and quicker than anything else in your life. So if we know that, and we're completely aware of that unfolding the way that it is, right? What do we want to do? We want to find out. We say, you know what is my truth as it relates to money and all things financial, right? Because that's the very thing that's going to show up on the screen of life. It's going to appear in your reality because the truth is always manifesting. And I'll give you an example. This is how this works. So just precisely, the universe is so wonderfully and beautifully precise. Let's say you're having an issue with a coworker and you feel some type of way, you feel some type of angst, you feel some type of attitude towards that person. That angst, that dissonance is going to manifest itself so quick, right, in your experience. Why? Because it's your truth that you're holding on to. You're holding on to it as truth. You're believing in it. So it's going to manifest itself over and over and over and over. And there may not even be a problem with this person. Yet, because you're holding the truth of it, you're holding the perception, the thing as reality, it's going to occur over and over and over and over. And you'll sometimes find yourself saying, oh, I can't stand this individual. But what you're really saying is, I can't stand the idea of this individual that I'm creating within myself. So getting back to money, let's say you're carrying around a truth about money that says money is to be feared. Money is lackful now because there is a depression. Well, guess what? You got to discover that truth, because that's going to show you why certain things or why your money situation is the way that it is, because that's what you're holding as your truth. Now, what I'm here to do in this short but concise and effective message, I'm here to show you that when you discover your divine truth about money, that is what's going to be reflected into your reality. That is what's going to vibrate in a space where all of a sudden you're manifesting amounts of money that used to take 1 year. It's all of a sudden manifesting in like a couple of days, right? And you find that whereas once you were lacking, now you're receiving from all different angles. And why is that? Because when you discover that divine truth about money, that divine truth about money is what? Is that there's only abundance in the mind of God. There's only prosperity for every single being that is emanated into this life, right? As a spiritual being. God can't ever know lack. God's consciousness is forever producing riches, endless amounts of abundance and prosperity. That is the truth, right? That's the divine truth. And so you get that truth in, what happens? Vibration, frequency. It starts to vibrate faster. And as it vibrates faster, what unfolds? All of these amazing things in your life to the point where you're like, man, I don't even have to be concerned about this because everything is just sort of happening for me, right? To give you another example, when I came to the truth, and I wrote an article on it about me being a performer, about me understanding that money, helping people to win as it relates to money, as it relates to vibration, having the divine just essence to want to help people in this regard. When I discovered that truth, all of a sudden, guess what happens? Somebody pops up to pay me top dollar to help them through their money issues. But it wasn't until I discovered that truth and wasn't afraid to say, yeah, I teach about money and I teach it proudly and I love it. And I love watching people prosper and I love watching people do their thing. And I think it's absolutely amazing. And I'm happy that it's a big part of my calling and I'm ready to do it every single day of my life. When I came to that truth, that's when things started to happen, right? Same with acting, right? When I came to the truth of what it was, the divine truth, or what really was within me that was. And so the thing about the divine truth is it's in alignment with the highest vision and emergence of goodness that God has for you, right? That's the beauty of the divine truth. So in knowing where your truth is right now, you've taken the first step and you are ready to rise higher in a sense because you can see, okay, is this truth that I have aligned with my perception of self right now? Is it something that I desire to see unfold in my life? And if it is, fantastic. If it's not, guess what? We got to find the divine truth. We got to discover the divine truth and then put ourselves in a position to implement that and have that on embedded within our consciousness, which then becomes embedded into our reality. So I didn't do bullet points with this because I just really wanted to get to the place of you understanding that truth is always going to have the highest vibrational frequency. And everybody has a truth. Everybody has a divine truth. And I can tell you right off the bat, as it relates to money, you are here to thrive. John chapter 10, verse 10. I have come so that they might have life and might have it more abundantly. The psalm that says, it is the Lord that give thee power to get wealth. All of that stuff, whether you're religious or not, that is basically there to show you. Another scripture is, all that the Father hath is mine. I and my Father are one. Right? These are ones that I've learned by heart that show me that my truth is not just abundance, endless, eternal, ever-present abundance. And it's your truth as well, right? You just got to embrace it. And how do you embrace it? We talked about it yesterday. Being grateful for it right here, right now, because it's all inside of you. It's all there. There's nothing or no one or anything that can take it away. We just have to call it forth And when we call it forth, bam, it's showing up in our lives. It's showing up in our lives in a way that is just conducive to us being the absolute, very, almost cursed, best that we can be. You see what I'm saying? So when you discover that truth, get rid of the lies. You may have been taught lies into your belief system as a child, but now it's time to let all that stuff go. There's no such thing as lack. You don't have to work really hard for money. You don't have to be in a space where you can't have that $5 million home, or you can't have that beautiful brand new 2023 Corvette, or that Lamborghini, or that new Tesla that you've been wanting. You can have it all. And the fact of the matter is, God has given each and every human being having a spirit, or sorry, every spiritual being having a human experience, the ability to create abundance from within, because God has given us the power to think. God has given us the power to feel. God has given us the power to act, which means God has given us the power of consciousness. And what we have in consciousness becomes reality. Okay? Becomes reality. And so with that being said, all you have to do, discover your it's just to be. In you, and you have it with you, come forward. What is my divine truth as it relates to money that's going to vibrate the fastest and then have the highest frequency that's going to manifest the fastest in my life? When I discover that, it'll be growing and expanding from all over the place. Guys, thank you so much for bearing with me. I think we got in a little bit left that we had said before, but with that being said, if you have any feedback, if you have any questions about today, please, by all means, write to us, ShaunG04@gmail.com. We will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you for your feedback. It is greatly appreciated, your interaction. We love it. We love it. We love you. Thank you. And if this message or any other message in the past or the idea of the work that we're doing is benefiting you, please feel free to donate. So a seed, Venmo, at Heart of Christ Ministry, PayPal, ShaunG04@gmail.com, ZELLE, ShaunG04@gmail.com. And if you write to me, and Cash App is all you have, I have Cash App as well. We can kind of mix and mingle and figure that out. And just like we said in the beginning, if you decide to give a seed of any size today, you will receive the Endless Prosperity Pack. 5 hand-selected videos takes you from zero to financial freedom in a short period of time. And what it does is just transforms your consciousness to be able to be an extreme money magnet, more so than you've ever dreamed of. And I'm telling you, it is truthful in every sense of the word. You just got to get this stuff down. And yes, I'm also available to help and coach if need be, if you feel like that's a route you want to go and not just have those videos. So contact me for that as well at ShaunG04@gmail.com. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a quick one, no doubt about it, but it's still effective. And if you use it and you practice it and you get it right, guess what? You're going to do extraordinarily well and you're going to prosper. Everybody be like, man, what are you doing that's different? Well, Heart of Christ Ministry really helped me out. It's on you. Have a wonderful day, guys. Take care. We'll talk soon.
Every dream begins with a vision. A vision that sees everything before anyone else ever can.